Hi there, welcome to the fourth video on this series documenting the interesting stone constructs here on the land in Quebec. This is an interesting little clip, this one, because I'm going to bring a bunch of elements together here and try to reveal the bigger story or the bigger shape of how these rock constructions are maybe related to each other. So I'm standing here on the top of one of the 5 peaks here. This is the only peak out of these 5 mountain peaks that's open. This is just bedrock poking through, and it's happening all over this mountain peak. And it's right here where I can point out, actually, from the middle tip of this bedrock mountain, I can start pointing out the first sculpture we saw there, or structure we saw there, was perfectly round. The next one over was up that way a bit. That was the meandering serpentile one. The next one over was looking straight north. It was the angle of 135 degrees. Now, once I discovered those 3 in an arc just down from the top of this mountain peak, I was down at the house again and I thought, I wonder if that arc continues, if there's anything, if I follow a circle around where that arc formed by the 3 first ones, where it pointed. So sure enough, boom, found one right there, another one there, another one there, that's 3 more, another one there, another one there, that's 5. There was a 6th, a 7th, and an 8th for a total of 11. I hope that made 11. But yeah, so I ended up finding 11 in this ellipse that is about a half a mile in circumference, or 3/4 of a kilometer. So there it is. Now follow me and the camera, and hopefully Anouk's with me. I'm going to show you quickly, site by site, what they look like. These ones get a little different. The first one I found as I started to continue the arc was just this one here that seems like, I don't know, it's so badly deteriorated, crumbling away. It's either the remnants of some part of a wall, you'll see why as I continue, or it's the more badly degraded ruins of one of those more substantial built up ones like the first 3. But here, I mean, I'm noticing a definite human construction in this one. Really not enough left in it to tell what it may have been, but what you can see is whatever it was, it's taken a long time to degrade. If you just look, and that's what is common with the 8 remaining that form the ellipse. They're all so incredibly ruined and degraded by, it seems like, just a natural passage of time. They're just being swallowed up by the earth and just really broken down. If any of you have seen some old stone walls from early settlers, 200-300 years old, they're perfectly intact. They go the whole way, not much degradation at all. Makes me wonder how old these might be, or what they were constructed for. Again, those 2 big questions. So as we move on to the next one down the line, in the circle is again really badly degraded, definite human construction, but it looks more like a wall. Again, it's in line with the ellipse. If we keep moving, by the way, these are all pretty equidistant and pretty similar in elevation. They're all between 260, 270 meters. So we continue to this next one. Again, it seems like a bit of a wall, maybe a retainer wall for some very old path. Now we continue down the line to this one. This is quite interesting because, again, it's like a heavily ruined old structure or wall, but this one faces in to into the cleared circle, basically, whereas all of the rest of them seem to be built facing out or on the downside of the wall. This is the only one that's part of the ellipse that actually points in to the inside of the circle and is built on the upper side of just that next hill over there to the west. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Move on to the next one, continuing around the ellipse, and it starts up again, this construction of stones facing out, away from the circle. This fourth one here, now we're starting to face east again, and it looks like just really ancient ruins of an old wall. Now we go to the fifth one I found, and that's starting to look more like one of these pile constructs. I can't really tell what it is or what it was supposed to be, but there's definite elements of a built-up wall on the downside, and it's basically holding in this great collection of piled together, built-up rocks, stones on the inside. The last three, we have this one here with the huge basswood, I believe, tree that's growing up out of it. Did that contribute to the degradation of the original structure? You can see here there's a bit of design to it, a bit of construction, but it looks mostly like a pile. This other one's buried pretty deep in underneath a big fir, couple of trees, so you can't really tell, but if you come over to this side and peek through all the bush, you definitely see a constructed wall. And this one's actually facing to the inside of the circle, which is not as common as the rest of them, which face to the outside. And then there's this last one that's also more of a pile, mound, egg-shaped thing, and it's inside the circle a little bit, like the other three, to give you a total of 11 pile constructs that I believe are all related, whatever they were, and I believe they do make this ellipse. If you can see the footage from above, it's definitely an open patch in an otherwise very forested landscape. The next video coming up will probably be the most controversial one. I have a very bizarre, large sculpture or natural pile. It's going to be up to you and us and the continued conversation that started from me sharing these videos to determine. So on that note, thanks again for watching. Thanks for sharing. Thanks so much for commenting. Please keep it up because there's still lots more to be revealed. And what do you think of all this? I'm, again, having a lot of fun with it. Hope you are too. And just wait for the next one. And please, let's have a little chat about what's going on here with this greater story of this stone ellipse. Okay, thank you. Have a great day.